International Women's Day, which is on the 8th of March every year, celebrates the political, economic, social, and cultural achievements of women. This year, to celebrate the day at BISP, we have created an interview video featuring some of our secondary teachers.
Hi, my name is Amber Godfrey.
Bethan Ward.
This is Clark.
Amy Potong.
Miss Jennings.
Emma Webster.
Erin Willis. Mariella Duncan.
And I am the school counselling coordinator.
ESS and biology teacher.
A history teacher. A maths teacher.
Biology science teacher.
School counsellor.
I teach maths.
A teacher at British International School.
What is one thing that you are proud of?
I am very proud that I was able to have a career. To me, I wanted to have children, and this was something that I was able to balance and then have that career and try to set a good example for my daughters.
My counselling role, I'm proud that I've been able to advocate for more support.
My daughter, I have a 5-year-old daughter who I'm raising to try and be a independent, strong woman. Having an opportunity to be aware, to learn, and to act, it's something that I feel quite proud of, and I'm so thankful to be able to have this privilege to be involved in an international community.
My family, I've got 2 girls and I love them to pieces and they're my world.
Being a teacher, it means that every day I have a chance to speak to, interact and encourage the generation of the future.
Who inspires you the most and why?
Your fellow students, I think that you inspire us all, okay? You're the future. I think that it's really fascinating to hear what your opinions are and what you believe in, and I think that that's, we really believe in you, and yeah, it kind of reflects on how the world will be in the future, so it's exciting to hear what you've got to say.
Miss Jackie Brailsford, she's someone who inspires me very much as a counsellor in her work ethic and her morals and her energy.
My family members, my really close family friend right now, you know them, you learn from them, you're surrounded by them, and you just can't help but to be impacted and inspired by those around. And I'm not saying they're 100% perfect, of course they're not, but I'm able to really see and accept them for who they are. And I think these people that I've listed, being able to be who they are and have instilled some values that I can take and some values that I choose not to, I feel like that in itself is something that's inspiring for me.
Michelle Obama, she's very inspirational. I recently read her book Becoming, and it helped me understand just how much work it really takes to stay true to yourself and keep going towards your goals despite all the things that life can throw your way.
My mother is always someone who I can call at any time of the day.
My students inspire me when they overcome things or step up to challenges. Family members, friends, colleagues, I have moments of inspiration every day.
And Taylor Swift.
Are there any specific issues that you fight for?
Sustainability are really important to me. Human rights in general. So for example, if any job opportunities come up, I always encourage the female staff to apply and take action so that we have a more balanced and gender equal representation across the school.
Sustainability, making sure that future generations get the same access to resources and lifestyle that we get to experience today.
Equality, LGBTQ plus is something close to my heart. Mental health awareness and trying to have equality with mental health issues is a focus for me.
I think a lot of people are misinformed about what feminism is because of the word. I think the word's quite misleading. And feminism, actually, the definition of it is just equality for all genders. Okay, and that's just what I believe in. I think that everybody should just be treated the same.
I try to break down gender stereotypes. For example, women can be strong and men can be sensitive.
Do you have any good tips for learning more about gender inequality?
Use social media, use news sites, talk to others.
There's a really interesting book that I read a few years ago. It's called Invisible Women, and I liked it. It's all about data analysis, and it's all about how the world has always treated men as a default, and actually women as atypical. First of all, in medicine, so when males and females have a heart attack, the symptoms of that, or the after effects and how the body is after a heart attack, is very different in a man and in a woman. But it's always been that the symptoms have been the male symptoms. So when a woman's had a heart attack, it's not always been picked up on that. It's actually been quite fatal for women in the past.
Are there any instances where you experienced hardship, and if so, how did you overcome it?
I grew up in a sort of what would be classed as a single parent family, that my parents divorced when I was 6 years old. So I was raised just by my mum. I wouldn't necessarily say it's something that I had to overcome, because she was a fantastic mum and sort of great kind of parent to have. But it was definitely something that was maybe noticed when I was growing up. My mum always sort of encouraged me to always kind of do my very best in everything I could, because she didn't ever want people to maybe blame that I was from a single parent family for anything that I did wrong.
Experiencing loss and grieving at such a young age from multiple transitions, even if they're by choice, there are still some elements of it that are quite hard to adjust to. And these transitions are things like graduation, from university, for example. It was such a great accomplishment for me, but then the question is, what's next? There's always what's next.
I think we all face certain hardships and inequalities and so on as we go through our career. I think as science teachers and females, that can be a massive issue. But things are changing. I think there are a lot more women who are progressing in STEM.
What is the best advice that you can offer?
I think the sooner you accept that you can't please everybody and that not everybody's going to like you, the happier your life will become.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. I think that the hardest part about the challenges that life throws at us is feeling like we have to do them on our own.
Ask questions. Make sure that you are not perceiving something to be unequal or somebody being unfair. Make sure that you've understood what the situation is, and then take action.
Be bold, be loud, and be unapologetically yourself.
Talk things out, whether if they're talking to myself or talking to other people. It feels that to be able to kind of express my thoughts without added opinion or having someone listen to me, that's something that's helpful.
Stand up for yourself, stand up for your rights, stand up for your beliefs. Have compassion for others that maybe they don't understand there is an issue.
Just always be yourself. I think if you try and put on some kind of act, or you try and be anyone that you're not, people always see through it. Be proud of who you are and don't be afraid to show that to people.
Just bear in mind that in life there are some things that you have within your control and some things that you don't. And I think if you always just focus your energies on the things that you can control, then you will always be pretty happy and fulfilled.
Approach an issue in a positive way and try and educate people about your point of view.
You just do your best. That's all we can ask. And if you can do your best, then you will get where you need to be.
Remembering that every chance that you have for learning is just a chance to progress to the next thing, so that you don't have to focus on that being the finished product, and instead it's about getting where you want to for the next step, and so on.
Thank you so much.